I believe that this is an appropriate video for the times that we find ourselves in right now. I think it's real important for us to be able to hear the voice of God, hear the voice of the divine, hear the voice of whoever you call your higher power, the divine essence, to help guide us through these obstacles, uh, through these changes, monumental changes, and through the chaos, basically through the chaos. It's important that we hear the voice of God. We hear that clearly. Sometimes when we go through very difficult challenges and very turbulent times, it can be a challenge to know if you're hearing clearly or not, because fear tends to rise in these uh, certain situations and circumstances. And, with the way the world is right near now, fear tends to be reigning freely. So that makes it even more imperative that you're able to distinguish between the voice of fear and the voice of the divine. When you hear the voice of the divine, your body is not going to be in a state of fear. You're not going to feel tenseness in your muscles or uh, a churning of your stomach, like you are nervous or racing thoughts. Those kind of things are not going to happen when you hear the voice of the divine. You will have a stillness that comes over you, a peacefulness. It's that moment of stillness within you when you hear the voice of God speaking to you, or the voice of your intuition guiding you. You feel that inner peace, and that lets you know that you're hearing clearly. And one of the ways to do that, to hear clearly, is to spend time in meditation or in prayer. Quiet prayer, not prayer where you're asking and you're pleading and you're begging, not that kind of prayer. The kind of prayer where you're in stillness and you're listening. You're waiting on the voice of the divine to speak to you. Another great way, and you will hear the divine very quickly if you choose this route, is fasting. If you go on a all juice fast or an all water fast, that clears your channels physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. That is the quickest way to hear from the divine. If you need an answer quickly, if you need to know which way to go, if you need to know what to do, fast. Take the time to fast and pray during your fast. Meditate during your fast. And within a few days, you will be hearing very clearly. Fasting is the ultimate surrender because you're giving up food, which we believe is what we need to survive and what we need to fulfill emotional needs. Or, sometimes we eat for different reasons. But when you fast, you are in an ultimate state of surrender. And when you are in an ultimate state of surrender, you will hear the voice of God very clearly. That opens the channels up. Another way to hear the voice of God, the voice of the divine, the voice of the universe, is to give. And it doesn't have to be money, just give. Help someone that's in need. Help someone that could use a helping hand or a listening ear or a shoulder to lean on. Help someone that's in need. Because when you do that, you're taking your focus off your own inner turmoil, and you're allowing the divine to move through you. When the divine is moving through you as a channel, as a vessel, you can't help but to hear the voice of the divine. And ultimately, set the intention. Your will and your intention are your strongest powers that you have. besides love. Love is the strongest force in the universe, but personal power, your will and your intention, set the intention to hear clearly from God and believe that you will. So I hope this video helps those that are needing answers right now or needing direction in their life right now. Just try these options. They're suggestions that I know work. And if you need to hear the voice of God, the voice of the divine, these will work. And I am sending you all lots of love and lots of activation energy.